Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Surrounded by Love. I am your host, Danielle. Today is Monday, June the 15th, 2020. And our topic for today is Welcome to the New. And a way I like to describe new is an acronym for Never Ever Was. Never Ever Was New. So, with that being said, let's find out what it means. New, as an adjective, not existing before, made, introduced, or discovered recently, or or now for the first time, or now for the first time, or already existing but seen, experienced, or acquired recently, or now for the first time, or now for the first time. So, what that means to us is the things that we are experiencing in life, not just here in your home, in your business, or in your finances. We are all experiencing something new all around the globe, all at the same time. The way life was, you will not go back to that. Everything has changed drastically. I know I was out for a week and I was finishing up a class online, so I had this huge final project that I had to devote my attention to, and I did. And even during last week, things have changed again, especially over the weekend. A lot of people say our country here in the United States is in unrest. And that could be so, because everything that can be shaken is being shaken. Some are fighting to hold on to an old way of doing things, and that could be politically, it could be religiously, it could even be financially, or in corporations, even in business. Some are fighting on to what things or how things used to work. What worked for them in the past is not working for them right now. Old way of thinking. And now as you see, those old ideals or mindsets, and that can be related to paradigms, have changed. So the noise you hear now is not only people crying out, but people are crying out because they have been oppressed for so long. And which is why things are shaking. Nothing lasts forever. Everything has an expiration date. So what was, it has expired. So now we have come into a reality of something that is new. And if you don't want to be left behind, you have to embrace what is being birthed or what is to come. And as we read the definition, something that never has been seen before, not experienced before, for the first time. So, in consideration of that, do you know what you want to see? Or have you raised your expectations? If you have developed a plan, as we were talking about in previous episodes, if you have developed a plan, even with that, and you are pursuing those goals, have you been monitoring your expectations on what you want to see? It's still a good thing to dream big, and even what you consider is big, you can expand on that. The God that you serve is a big God, and it's nothing too hard for him. Are you ready for what has taken place? Have you prepared yourself? Or are you in the position? Are you in the mindset of conceptualizing everything that has transpired? And are you welcoming in the new? And to do that, you have to let go of the old. You cannot go back to the familiar patterns, thought patterns, speech patterns, the way you would talk or conversate, maybe some old relationships or friends, things you used to do. You cannot go back to the familiar because those things kept you oppressed and they kept you bound to patterns and cycles. Like for some of us, you can trace your life because it's the same thing that happens consistently. When I say cycle, I mean things that happen in your life consistently, and you can time it by the months or the seasons of the year. Like you're not stable on a job, or you have to move from place to place. You can't keep money or save money. Something always comes up to siphon or take away something that you are saving for. Then something out the blue happens and it takes it away. Or disastrous things or traumatic things always take place in your life, maybe every so many years, 3 or 4 years. Those are cycles, not ones that you have to accept, because you can change the things you need to change for you and be open to what's going on and embrace it. So first we said, what should you do? You have to raise your expectations. So you have plans, as we stated earlier, think above that. You cannot go back to the familiar or what you have known, your comfort zone. You have to come out of that. For some of you, that may be cleaning out your closet, getting rid of old clothes, shoes, purses, donating them, old furniture, just certain things that may bring back memories of an old version of you that has now expired, because the mindset and the attitudes and the thought patterns that you had in a previous season will not work for now. So you must change. And finally, don't complain. When new things come about, when change happens, it comes with friction. As you see now, you watch the news, even if you go on social media, you see it. It comes with friction. Because change, everybody is not, as you were taught in your workplaces, you will have some people that are resistant to change. It's expected. But as a leader, which we are, you can lead and bring people along to where they may not be accepting of it, but over time they'll be more welcoming and glad that they came along for the journey. And some of you may be like, well, I'm not a leader, I don't have a title. Just because you may not have a title doesn't mean that you're not a leader. And I think that's a lot of the problem. People are caught up on their titles and their positions, and they use that as a tool to identify them. But right now, a lot of people are at home, like 40 million people are out of work. So your title doesn't matter. Your designer items, handbags, shoes, clothes, it doesn't matter. I understand things are opening up in some areas, but in some cases they're trying to close them back down because the numbers for COVID is still rising. It has not gone away. Don't complain. No, it may not be easy. Yes, it may be rough. Yes, it will make you feel uncomfortable. But don't nag and complain, because you will short circuit those things that are destined for you. So to avoid complaining, you can pray and ask that God put a guard over your mouth, or think about what you're about to say. So that means be quick to listen and slow to speak. Or be slow to speak and quick to listen, however you want to put it. Don't just fly off at the mouth. Some of us, we do it unconsciously. You're going to have to restrain it, because you control what happens in your realm of influence, in your home, in your life. It goes according to what you say, what you think. And for everything that I've gone over, of course, there's a scripture for everything. I feel it's in my opinion. There is. Isaiah 43 and 19. It's popular. You can look it up. What I'm about to read is in the Amplified Version. It says, listen carefully. I am about to do a new thing. Now it will spring forth. Will you not be aware of it? I will even put a rod in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. Aren't you aware of what's going on? Don't you understand it? The New Living Translation says it a little more plainer. It says, for I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. And that's important because sometimes some of us, we feel like you have been going through a wilderness experience. Like you're tired of going around the mountain and seeing the same things over and over. So what he's saying is, I'm giving you a way out. A door has been opened to exit. So once you exit something, you also enter something. You don't just exit in like just be in the middle place. You're going to go into something. So today, I just dropped in to ask you, are you ready? Are you prepared? You know what your expectations are. And to have expectations, it takes faith to hold on to it, to have hope. In spite of everything that's going on, you do not allow it to deter you. Not saying it will be easy. Yeah, it may be rough, but don't allow it to deter you. Don't short circuit things and plans that God have for you by your mouth. By what you're saying, what you're thinking. Even with everything that's going on in the world that you see and read in the news, it's okay to back away from that. It's good to be aware of what's going on, but don't allow that, don't just ingest that continually. Take a break from it. Pray. Read your word. Listen to worship music to keep yourself at peace. Do what you can. Support causes that matter to you. Vote. Make sure you're a registered voter. If you're going out, wear a mask. Take your vitamins. Take care of yourself. Exercise. Read. Eat right to the best of your ability. And maintain a positive attitude. And that's all I have for today. So please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Surrounded by Love. You can also follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. And my handle is the same for both. It's at D as in Danielle, Liz, Liz, Caesar, Ceaser. And if you have any questions or suggestions, you can email them to me at surroundedbylove20@gmail.com. And yes, it is all one word. surroundedbylove20@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you all again on tomorrow. Have a blessed day.